and for Santa to get them. So Santa's making an extra trip here a little bit early.
Actually, twice in a day, but it's going to be fun. Yeah.
So let's start with some of the things that you've got going on for families over there at the hotel to really kind of get them in the spirit over these next 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks away from Christmas Eve.
This year's flying, and can't believe Christmas is almost here. But you're right. At Perry Lane, we are doing some fun things, and as a hotel, we are dedicated to the community, the families, and the people we care for the holidays, and that's what it's all about. So on the 18th, which is a Saturday, we are going to start with some gingerbread house classes, which is going to be run by our pastry chef, Meredith. And it's really not holidays at the Perry Lane if we don't have reindeer on the roof. So we have heard that Santa, along with his reindeer, are going to be taking a stop at the upper lawn at the Perry Lane's Peregrine Bar. And it's going to be fun. So, it's going to be twice. It's going to be from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and then they're going to come back from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And it's something which we've done, and it's something super exciting for the kids, the families, and even the local tourists and the community and the people who live here. Something fun, something different, something to add to the joy and festivities in the city.
Yeah, the song goes, I think, up on the housetop, the reindeer paws. So we've got the reindeer up there. And that's kind of cool, too, because you're on the roof. You kind of get that feeling, too, as well. What are some of the things that are going on up there during this?
So we're going to have some cookies. We're going to have some hot chocolate, cider. Santa's going to be there as well, with his sleigh. And it's going to be amazing. It's just a really fun activity for the entire family to have fun, to enjoy, and just to be together. And I think that's what we want to do. Something which we do really well as a hotel is interacting with the community, giving back to the community, and how do we make sure that what we are doing in the city means a lot to us and the city as a family. So it's great. And at the same time, we have some cocktails, and we have a full bar, and we have some food as well. So please come on in, and we'll all have fun together.
So something for the parents and the kids.
And the kids.
And spectacular views up there, I should say, too, as well.
The views are great, not because I'm biased. I can say it. We have the best views in the city. And, come take some pictures, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Now, you mentioned the gingerbread. I am awful. I've put together gingerbread houses and things like that. You said that this is going to be a how-to instruction guide for the families?
This will be a how-to instruction guide. So, like mentioned, we'll have Santa coming in and then leaving and coming back again for the kids and the family who doesn't get to see them in the morning. And then Meredith will actually be hosting a class, and you can buy the tickets on perrylane.com or through our social media. And that will be between the time that Santa is taking a break and going around and having fun with other families. And that's when she will be doing a 101 class on how to build a gingerbread house. And this is, again, the entire family is invited, and we'll have fun with that too.
That can be fun, and you take some pictures. Mine always turned out like the show Nailed It anytime I try to put together gingerbread houses.
Well, we can send an invitation, so you know what? We can do one for you as well.
There you go. Well, that gets us through Christmas, and then looking ahead to the end of the year, you still got big stuff plans for New Year's.
Like you said, can't believe that it's almost New Year's Eve, and it's going to be 2022. But for New Year's Eve, we are going to be having some fun events again at the hotel. We'll have a tasting menu, a tasting dinner at Emporium Restaurant of Ours, which is in the lobby level. And then at Peregrine, we're actually celebrating the city, and we're going to have a Savannah marquee sign. So, please come by and take some pictures with the sign and the beautiful backdrop of the city and the bridge in the back as well. And then, not to forget, we're also doing a fantastic Hollywood ball event in our ballroom. And, think of class, think of old school, think of getting dressed, think of coming out and having fun again. And this will be an event of the year in the ballroom, which is going to be fantastic too. So a lot going on, but again, please, everyone's invited, and everything is available on Perry Lane's hotel website.
Yeah, Reindeer on the Roof, again, that's coming up next Saturday, so fingers crossed we're dry. We don't want 70s, but maybe if we could get in the 60s.
I'll take 60s.
Something cool to fill up there. It makes the hot chocolate taste better and the cider and things like that.
And the reindeer feel good.
There you go.
They don't want to be too warm.
There's all the information on your screen. You can go check that again coming up next Saturday. When we come back, it is Friday, and Cyrene is in the kitchen with Meredith Sowell to show us how to make the perfect holiday dessert.
Holiday season is is in full swing, and if you're hosting at home this year and you want a dessert that will wow all of your guests, we have the perfect recipe. Meredith Sowell is a pastry chef at the Perry Lane Hotel and joins us now with a great dessert perfect for a holiday party. Hi, Meredith.
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm
what are
so
we
excited.
making?
So today I'm going to make for us a eggnog creme brulee. I think creme brulee is something that people love, and it's delicious, and it's a classic dessert, but they're very intimidated to make it.
I am.
Yes.
And I love it. Anytime I'm at a restaurant, I see it, I have to get it.
But it's so easy.
Really?
And like, I feel like if you made this for your guests, they would just be amazed that you're pulling this out of your oven for them, you know? All right, so first we're actually just gonna start with a pot on medium heat.
Okay.
We're gonna add our sugar in here. And then we're actually gonna add in our eggnog. Delicious. Yes, it's so nice and vanilla.
Yes.
Yes. All right, and then we're also going to add in some heavy cream. This is going to be the base to our creme brulee.
Okay.
I like to think of creme brulee as going in 3 separate steps. So this is our first step. We're just going to make a little custard. So we're going to heat up our cream. We're going to temper our eggs into it for our first step. Our second step will be us baking it in the oven. And then our third step is actually going to be us putting the sugar on top and burning it, of course, the best part.
So how much time do you need to make this? I mean, do you make this while people are eating dinner, or what do you?
I would actually suggest making it 2 or 3 days in advance.
Oh,
so yeah, you can go ahead and make like your batter at this point and put it back in your fridge and then bake it the next day if you want. And then the day of, just pull out your finished custards and brulee it for them.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
So we've got that going.
All right. So we're going to let this heat up. I'm actually going to add in a couple of spices. I have nutmeg and cinnamon and a little pinch of salt. I add salt into everything I make. So we're going to add this in here. And then, of course, we have our vanilla. Some vanilla extract in there.
That smell.
Yes, and we're just going to give this a little stir. Just going to let it heat up. We're just looking for it to come to a simmer. We're not even really cooking it too much at this point because it's going to go in the oven. So right now, we're really just trying to make one cohesive mixture.
Okay.
Yep, so then I'm going to put you to work.
All right, eggs.
Yes, so I'm going to let you whisk. So I'm going to put our eggs. We have about 3 eggs in here.
Okay.
And about 6 egg yolks.
Oh.
So we're just going to give them a nice little stir while we're waiting on this to heat up. Perfect. Do you know that creme brulee is actually from the 1600s?
It's probably one of the oldest desserts ever. It's so
such a
good, and it's
classic.
so versatile. I feel like everybody, that bite when you just try it for the first time, it's so good.
Yes. I think these flavors mesh really well together too, so.
And I think this is nice because everybody eats a lot of cookies at Christmas time and the holidays.
So,
and there's nothing wrong with that, but
yes,
this is a little something different.
Yes, I think so too. So at this point, we're just going to temper our eggs into our hot custard mixture.
What does that
mean? Basically, if we were to just pour our eggs in here, we were going to make scrambled eggs, and they're going to taste like eggnog, and it's not going to be pleasant. So we're not going to do that. So we're just going to put this down right here, and I'm going to let you whisk.
Okay,
It's a great time to grab a friend, and we're just going to slowly pour our hot cream into our eggs.
Very nice.
So we're just going to slowly do it as you whisk. Yep. Perfect. Use your pastry chef muscles right there.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Yep. I'm going to actually end up adding about half of my hot cream mixture in here. There we are.
Oh, it smells so good. I know this is raw egg, but the vanilla and the cinnamon, it just smells amazing.
Yes. Okay, perfect. And then now that we're at this point, I will take that back from you.
Okay.
Perfect. And I'm just going to add it into the rest of our mix right now. Just gonna whisk it all together. Delicious. This is actually called an anglaise, is what we're making right now, if you want to get fancy and technical.
What does that word mean?
Anglaise. It's just like a cooked cream. It's kind of like the same thing that's in banana pudding.
Right.
Yep. All right, perfect. So now we're actually going to take our completed creme brulee batter.
Okay.
And we're going to pour it into our ramekins.
Okay.
So these are ramekins here. You can actually put them in something like this, or we could put it in something more shallow. I also like putting them in mason jars even. I think most people have those at home, and it makes it very easy.
And even, I have like 10 of these in my kitchen.
Yeah, right. So
very easy.
Doing that, yeah. So we're just going to take this, keeping in mind that the more custard we fill in our cups, the longer it's going to take to bake. So I'm just going to fill these about halfway.
That's a very good thing to remember, because otherwise they probably would overflow, right?
Yes. Yeah. Correct. Okay.
Nice.
So we're just going to pour all this in there. Perfect. So next we're actually going to add some water around here.
Okay.
The water is going to help our eggs not to scramble. Just like before, we didn't want the eggs to scramble. We don't want to scramble them now. We're going to put these in a 275-degree oven.
Wow.
We're gonna cook them for about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
That's what I like about creme brulee, is that I can kind of just set it in the oven and kind of forget about it. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I can go ahead and put this in our oven.
Perfect. Excellent.
There we go. And then you can show us what's next. We'll have those a little bit later.
Yes. Perfect. So what we're looking for when we're baking these is that the outside edge is really set, but the middle can be like a little jiggly still.
Can I touch that?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah, okay, it is nice and set.
Yes, so I would recommend cooling them down before you brulee them. I would go ahead and put them in the fridge if you want. And like I said, you can do this the day before.
Just whenever?
Yes.
Perfect.
So now, for presentation purposes, we are going to go ahead and put our sugar on top, and we are going to torch these guys. So there's a couple different ways that you could go about melting your sugar. So if you have a kitchen torch, that's probably the best way, and honestly the most fun way, because you have fire, of course.
And impressive for your guests.
Yes, exactly. You could also put this under the broiler in your oven, though.
How long for?
I would just keep a really close eye on it and do it for about maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay,
it's really
that
not going to take
burn.
a lot of time at all. No.
So this is just plain old sugar.
Yep, plain sugar. We're going to take our torch, and we are going to burn these guys. So we're really wanting the sugar to melt. It's going to get this nice crispy texture on top. I like mine a little darker.
Me
just
too,
to cut down on like the sweetness of it. Love that. Perfect. All right. There we are.
Perfect.
Yes. You can definitely top these with some whipped cream if you want. I kind of like them just the way that they are. They're very rich.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe some berries.
You can put berries on top. Yes, a little sprinkle of cinnamon. And there we are.
Oh, beautiful eggnog creme brulee. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Also, we have this beautiful gingerbread house that you showed me. It
Yes.
took you about an hour, you said, because you're such a pro. But you're doing gingerbread classes.
We are,
And those are coming up soon, right?
Yes, they will be on the 18th, the same day as Reindeer on the Roof. I will be teaching all the little kids how to put together gingerbread houses, or adults too,
Yeah,
whoever.
I might need some help. Kyle, too. Well, we have this recipe posted on WTOC.com for the eggnog creme brulee. Thank you so much. You made it look so easy. Like I said, this is one of my favorite desserts, and now I know you can make it at home.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Meredith.
much.
We'll be right back.